we are back for another Grimm Tales, the podcast. That's right, guys.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
Yes, we
man.
are.
This one's going to be
Yeah.
interesting, I think.
It was. It was a very interesting film. We'll get to it.
I think you and I are going to be on different sides of this one, though.
I wonder. I do wonder.
I have a really big thing to say about this film right off the back. I'll go more into detail later on. But you all right, watching the film at the end when she's sitting down with the girl, and she gives this.
We're talking about Pearl, folks.
Yeah, we're talking about Pearl. We'll get to that. I'll get to that in 1 second. I just want to make this. I just got to put this out there. The whole speech that she gave the blonde chick at the table.
Oh yeah.
Made for a better movie than this movie actually was. If they did everything that she said in her speech, if they did everything that she said and made that into a movie, that would have been a good movie.
Okay, so we may not be that far apart because I got my complaints about this movie. Yep.
I got some fucking complaints about it, but
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah.
but
And
that
it's a
speech
shame, too,
that speech
because
would have made
coming-
this movie a good movie. I'm just saying.
I agree. And coming from X, I was definitely disappointed.
Coming from X, yeah, all right. As a spin-off from X, this was dog shit.
Yeah, agreed.
If
But
it
had
didn't
its
come,
value,
if
had
it didn't come from X, it would have been different.
it would have. If this had no connection to X whatsoever,
It would have been an okay film.
Yeah, maybe less than that.
But coming from X, the ceiling was
Great.
high from X, and
Great producer, Tim West. I
I don't know. This is only my second movie that I can remember him in, and he's got a 1-1 record with me right now.
Mm-hmm.
1 win, 1 loss, fairly average. The same.
We'll see. We'll see.
But before we get into all the touch and goes of this film,
Tell the folks the information.
the information tonight, we are doing the film Pearl, and that is a prequel to the film X, which we did in season 1. We said we were going to do this film last season, and here we are. We're doing Pearl, and again, I'll go into far more detail. And of course, if you want to get our scores, you have to stay around till the end. Scores here's the thing. I might be saying, I might be dunking on it right now, but you still don't know what my scores are. I have done shit in the past where I've given a really bad review and then the score was fairly average. So just stick by. But before we get in that, guys, if you are our listener of our show, of course, make sure to check out our website at noblegi.com. Make sure to get yourself some Grimm Tales, the podcast merchandise. Okay. It is there.
Yes.
Also, everything else is there. Our schedules, everything is there. So make sure to get into the website. It's all there, all the goodies. And if you would like to see something, then maybe we'll have it there for you. Make those requests. We still have to get around. If it's not already at the point when we're recording, we still have to get those panties done of VC's face.
That's right. With my mouth open.
Yeah. I like that, right? Well, now here's the thing. Would you want your face on the crotch or the asshole?
The crotch, because I'm hoping I'm hoping the lovely
I
lady
see where this
who's
is going.
wearing it pulls the panties to the side, and I get a mouthful. If you know what I mean.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. I was like, yeah, have it like you can have one of those like male pee holes, the splits, right?
Well, yeah,
and then the dude just comes and plows your face.
Yeah, and I get a mouthful.
Yeah. I thought
You're
that.
right. I didn't think of that because panties don't have that slit.
No.
So so we would have to make special ones, which I don't know how we would do that.
But we'll figure it out. Right where your
Yeah,
mouth
so
is.
mouthful.
We'll make sure that it's sideways so you can talk. So it actually looks like you're opening your mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, merchandise, guys. NobleGI.com. Make sure all of our video people, all you guys that are watching on whatever platform you're watching this on, you see it. It's right there, guys. You see the logo. That is Grimm Tales, the podcast. Make sure to check it out. Merchandise. We are here every Friday for your horror movie goodness. Okay, and we let you know what we thought about these movies. Okay.
Or maybe if we make underwear.
We're on the other. Okay, go on. I'm listening. He's still on the underwear. He's like, yo, I got it.
So, I got to think of. So if we do make underwear, it look like the dude's dick is my tongue.
Oh, you? Oh, man, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you could. I mean, I don't know. You could do like a Squidward thing and make it a nose hole. You know, you're still getting your face fucked either way you look at it.
Exactly. Yep. All right, I'm done.
But yeah, make sure to get over to noblegi.com, guys. Like I said, tonight we're doing the film Pearl. Hopefully you stay with us for this. We stick around for our thoughts, ratings, and all that, because of course we give all that at the end. But yeah, with all that said, let's get into it. Let's get into this fucking dumpster fire.
I'm not gonna call it a dumpster. Maya Goth does great in whatever she's put in, I noticed. So her acting was superb, playing like a disturbed girl, because that's what she was. She was just a disturbed. Her mom was. What would you say her mom was? Like maybe ultra religious or just very conservative?
She's a devout, super devout person. Yeah.
So super devout, held her back. You know what I mean? So I think that played a role into her.
But see, here's the thing: if you actually here's the thing. I actually felt bad for the mom in a sort of kind of way.
Oh, I did as well.
Because if you remember towards the end, before she got all fucked up, she said, "I've seen everything that you do, and I've been trying to hold you back." So basically, she knew that Pearl was fucked up, and she was just trying to protect the world from her, basically.
Now remember, this is a woman who, I mean, come on, she has to take care of a feeble man. You know,
I felt bad for the man too.
Oh,
like,
me
damn,
too. Yeah,
I got notes about this. She straight up took baths in front of this guy. Like
she did. Like
that's her dog. She's just taking she's trying to be all sexy in the bathtub. That's her dad and shit. And she's like,
"As a dad."
Like, and he's looking at you. You've seen his face too, and he's like, "Fuck." Like why?
I can't do nothing with this body.
Like, well, it's not even that. I don't even think it was that. I think he was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Why are you doing this in front of me?
Yeah.
I can't get up and walk away or nothing."
Could have been a little bit of A and B. I mean, we don't know his thoughts. But
Exactly. No, actually, I think he was more afraid of her, because if you remember towards the end, you've seen the fear in his face. That bitch tried to feed him. She tried to feed him to a gator, dude.
He fucking did. It was spoiled. Her mom came behind her and I guess stopped her, but
no, because the mom knew what she was doing. The mom knew what she was going to do.
Yeah, of course she did. Yeah, the man was breathing heavy because he couldn't talk or nothing.
No,
so he was fucked. He was, he started to breathe heavy. He knew it was coming. She got lucky.
I don't know. I did not feel usually when you think of a disturbed character, you think there's a bit of sympathy. She got on my damn nerves. I want to slap the shit out of her.
Well, I mean, she was deprived, but at the same time, she was very whiny, very
whiny. Like, I want mine. I want mine. Like, bitch, you live on a farm. And it was a ninth. Oh man, I should have looked this up.
1918. It was
1918. There was I can't remember when the Great Depression was.
I know the movie took place during the Spanish flu. That's what
it was. 1918. That's when it was. I know the year it was 1918 when the film took place. I just don't know when the Great Depression, because I know they were having financial problems and all that other bullshit. So
no, the Great Depression was in the 1920s.
Was it?
Yeah, so it was a couple years before that.
Okay, well, yeah, that's what I was saying. So regardless,
this was the time when the Spanish flu was running rampant. That's what the mom was very scared about.
Okay. Yeah, because it was all crazy in Europe and all that shit too.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's where it came from, Spain or whatever.
Which is funny because they were making references to World War I, because mind you, World War II hadn't happened yet.
Oh yeah, World War I.
And they were still referencing to that and all that. It's like, god damn, there was just so much. I don't know, man. The movie was flip floppy.
It was.
I think it was very flip floppy.
I know. It seemed like she obviously had to kill Lorenzi because she killed a duck, man. Right in the beginning of the damn movie, she fucking stabbed a duck and then took pleasure feeding it to the alligator.
The movie for me, like I said, that whole scene where she, the girl, the husband's, her husband's sister, their sister-in-law. There you go. When her and her sister-in-law were sitting at the table. This is after she killed everybody, right? And she's like, "Tell me what you would say to your husband if he was here." And she basically goes through this whole story about all the horrific things that she did that you didn't see on the camera. Okay, she was talking about how she was killing animals, she was killing all kinds of animals. She said it started out as small, and then it went up to that, and it's just like, why did you make this movie?
Yeah,
like that whole
small.
No, but I'm saying that whole speech was, I counted it. That whole speech was 7 minutes long. So that 7-minute long speech that she did, if they would have turned that whole 7 minutes into the actual movie and then ended it the way that they did, would have been a great movie. Would have been an actually good horror movie. This was like,
let me tell you what bothered me about the movie. Straight from the beginning, it was way too slow for me.
Super slow. The movie really didn't pick up till about maybe fucking almost 3/4 into the film.
Right. And let me tell you one thing. X didn't either, but X entertained us. Why, if you know what I mean, with titties and ass.
Oh yeah.
While they got
all you got in this one was leg. All you got was leg in this movie. You didn't even see titties.
That's it. That's it,
they had a sex scene in the film and they didn't even show it.
No, she fucked the fucking scarecrow. She just laid.
Oh no, I'm talking about the movie guy.
Oh yeah, she did fuck him. Yeah, absolutely. But that wasn't even on scene. So I mean, come on.
All they showed like a small little ass clip of her when she was putting her clothes back on.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
I know you were mad about that. I know you were going to be mad about that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know I was going to bring that up. There was no titty. Okay. At least
no titty, no fucking.
No titty.
Not
no
even.
Fucking.
All they had was the hint of fucking.
Yeah.
That was it.
So coming from the same producer, that disappointed me because I mean in the first movie he was all about showing titties and
he had wasn't he the one that we said had a really he was the one with the crazy foot fetish, right?
Yeah,
because he just kept showing feet through the whole thing.
Yeah. Nothing
in this one. Didn't even give me a side boob. Nothing in this one.
Oh man, come on. Come on. We got fucking what's that? The black guy's name with the big dick walking out the door and shit.
Fucking Andre, right? Wasn't that Andre from? I think it was Andre.
Kid.
Oh no, Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi.
Yeah, Kid Cudi.
Yeah. I thought it was Andre. It was Kid Cudi. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on, something like that would have made I don't know.
No, there was just fucking through that whole movie, dude.
Nothing.
Pretty much half the movie was fucking, and the other half was murdering.
Yeah, and a little bit of comedy, Kid Cudi walking out with his dick just flopping out.
And I will tell you, this movie, it did get a gore rating. I know it wasn't the goriest film in the world, but just because I've made this complaint in the last season with movies that if they didn't want to be a gory film, they shouldn't have did it. This movie is getting a gore. I'm not going to tell you what my gore score is, but it's getting a gore score because even though you didn't get no gore for about 3/4 of the fucking movie, the last quarter of the movie tried to be gory.
It tried to be gory. There was only one big gore spot that I'll talk about. If you remember correctly, when she had the egg and she squeezed it, in her mind, she saw her husband blow up and there was blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but there was that. No. There was plenty more. Of course, there was the fire scene with the mom.
That I guess if you want to call that gore.
There is when she was hacking up the girl's body.
Yeah. At the end, when
there's
she
that.
Was, hugging her mom.
There's also when she murdered the guy.
Stabbed him. She said, "But I don't know."
She stabbed him 3 times, and then she stabbed him in the face.
Yeah, I know that's gore, but when I think of gore, I want blood.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Even if it's gore, it's still gore, right? So if you're gonna put gore in there, like for example, was that one Hereditary we watched last season?
Oh yeah.
And that movie had 2 seconds of gore. It still got a gore score, even though because it tried to do gore. It tried and it failed. That's what coming from this movie. This movie should have had. I'm not going to give you my gore score, but this movie should have had a better gore score for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming from who it was. If he wanted to do a movie that was different, if he wanted to make sure everybody knew he wasn't just known for titty horror movies, then why don't you just make a different movie?
Yeah.
Don't attach it to your actual horror movie because that's what people are going to expect to see.
Yeah. He made a non-exciting prequel to a great movie. Because the X was amazing.
It made our top 10.
This one just, oh my God. I like I said, if it didn't have an attachment to X, I probably would have stopped watching this movie towards the middle. It just.
I won't go as far. Okay. Ironically,
bored.
all
I
right.
got bored.
I didn't get bored so bad that I wanted to stop watching it. It didn't. I think I was just waiting for the excitement to happen through the whole thing, or some titty or something.
Because you knew it had an X attachment. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if your opinion would change if it had no X attachment.
Actually, I don't think I would have been as angry with this movie if it wasn't attached to X. And the
Maybe,
reason
yeah.
why is because my expectations. This would have been a fairly average film if it wasn't. This movie wouldn't have. All right, I'm not going into my score, but obviously it's not going to be like it's not getting a fucking seal of approval by any means. Okay.
Listen, when I went into this movie this morning, I was expecting titty, pussy, and gore, and I got barely none of them. Well, I got nothing of the other two, and barely
very
any gore.
abysmal, very abysmal
Yeah.
gore.
Very abysmal gore. Yeah.
Now, which is fucked up. You want to know the fucking crazy part? I looked this up. Do you know what the budget of this film was?
I don't know, but I'm gonna take a wild guess.
Go ahead.
It was filmed in like a little local town. This movie.
I actually was supposed to look that up. I didn't finish that. I don't think. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't think this movie. If this movie went past, I don't know.
No, we're not talking the box office. I
No,
do
not
have
the
the box
box
office.
office.
That's just how much it cost to
Listen.
make. What was the budget of it?
I'm gonna say $100,000, maybe a little
wow.
more.
No. No.
No?
Actually
More than
more.
that.
Yeah, I'm actually more. Yeah. This had
I don't-
the exact budget that X had.
And what was that?
$1 million.
Wow. And X, I could see that million, but with
Yeah.
this one, I don't know.
No, this had the same budget, had a $1 million budget, and I don't know where the fuck that money went.
I think Maya Goff took a big portion of that.
Had
because
to
she
be.
wasn't only she wasn't just an actress; she was a co-writer. She
Did
she
she?
wrote a lot of the movie. Yeah. So that yeah.
You know what I want to
Most of that
actually,
went to-
before we continue, mark this down, people, okay? Because this episode here is where it all started. Even if we started doing this in other episodes before this, okay? Because that might happen. I think I want to start doing this in our show. This is completely off topic of what you were saying, but I wanted to start adding this to both the Grimm Tales podcast and the Quest.
Okay.
You know how we have our three categories, and then we have our overall.
Right.
I'm officially adding something to it. I want to, and now mind you, this will actually be good or bad for some movies, but this is something I've noticed even with this one. I want to call it, this is called the woke meter.
Ooh, yeah. So we can
Judge how woke the movie was, which is ironic because this movie's wokeness is actually zero.
Yeah, no, this one had no. I mean, it was so old. It was based in the 1800s. So
Yeah, but you know what? I've seen war movies where they started putting like woke shit in World War II and all that. It's just like that never happened.
Sure. Yeah,
But I want to put that in our movies. I want to put that in our shows because I was thinking about that earlier, and it made sense that would be what we actually should do. It makes sense.
Yeah, no, I like it. Yeah, let's do it.
So that'll be
mean,
at the end. That will be at the end. We'll talk about that. But we're gonna start adding the woke meter to, and we'll both have a woke rating at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, what we thought, what we thought. So, but yeah, that's what we're gonna start. We'll reach that at the end. But that's gonna be in our future episodes, or maybe
next
even
episode.
maybe. Well, here's the thing: it might even be before this one because this episode might be after one of the ones we started doing it. So just keep that in mind.
Right.
Pre-record it, guys. There is no order of these episodes. Only the first and last. But you only get the order in which they're getting released, which obviously they're not released of time recording. But yeah, going on to what we were saying about the budget. Yeah, $1 million budget.
Yeah, it was all her and
Now here's
camera crew,
the
I'm
crazy
sure,
part
everything
though.
else,
How much do you think its box office was? Mind you, both
don't-
X and this movie had the same budget of $1 million.
but- right.
So what do you think the actual
I don't
box
see.
office?
The only reason I see this movie making a little more maybe than X was because people had expectations. So a lot of people like myself, we were excited for this prequel, and of course I was disappointed. But maybe about $2 million box office, $3 million.
Okay.
Not even.
Okay. No. You ready? Ready. Oh, so
Yeah.
it was a success.
Okay.
It was a success.
Okay.
it had a box office of 10.1 million.
Okay, I believe it. And
But
you know what? Most of that were expecting people, and they got all.
But here's the thing: if you're comparing that as a success in general, yeah, sure. If your movie only cost $1 million, you made back 10.1 million.
Oh,
That's a
they
success.
made back, yeah.
But comparing X to this movie, it's 5 million less than what it made. X made 15.1 million back. This made 10.1 million back.
Wow, wow. Now that surprises me because I really thought that a lot of people were going to see this movie because of the expectation and how good X was.
I don't know, man,
know
because
what I mean?
watching, we had some issues going into this, if you remember, whether or not it was that, because it didn't feel like watching it now. Yeah, it's a horror, because not all horror movies are scary and shit like that. You know, horror movies are horror movies.
Yeah, it's just not a heavy horror movie.
It's not an X.
Yeah.
It's more of a thriller horror movie than anything.
Yeah.
What it's more like. I mean, like it has a heavy story in it, and eventually they go into it. It's a boring horror movie.
It's the beginnings of maybe a. I guess it's still considered a slasher because you kill people. But
I wouldn't even call it a slasher. I'll just call it a drama horror.
yeah.
That's what it was. It was a lot of story, a lot of drama, and then they started blood in the third quarter. That's what it was.
Well, yeah. Well, when we were talking about it earlier, I even told you this was like a story horror. To me, it was I don't know.
Which again, it didn't. Okay, it doesn't have to be a bloody movie, right? It could have a really good, like, I mean, shit. There's plenty of horror movies that I've watched that weren't like they're psychological horror movies and all that. This movie could have been a good psychological horror movie, maybe. But then they tried at the end to make it a fucking gore movie, and it's just like you failed.
It wasn't even suspenseful.
No, well, actually, that's what I would have. Going into that, now that you say that, I will tell you about the only thing. Actually, this movie disappointed and surprised me at the same time, because 85% of this movie was predictable.
Yep.
You know what would have made this movie good for me?
What's that?
And I was thinking this, again, going back to the best scene of this whole fucking movie was her sitting at a table telling a story for me, right? That's the best part of this whole fucking movie for me. One of the things that I was expecting while she was telling the story was expecting, because she was talking about how she basically killed her unborn baby, right? And I was expecting her to be like, yeah, my husband, your brother's not really in the military. I actually killed him too. You know, if they would, because that's what I thought was going to happen. I'm like, I was getting actually excited. I'm like, oh, please tell me he's dead, right? Because that would have been a great twist, and it wasn't.
No, but it wouldn't have made sense then, because remember, Howard, the same guy in movie X. That's her
but see,
husband.
they didn't. I didn't hear his name through the whole thing until the very end. So maybe the husband wasn't a different. Also, I was thinking, maybe she got married to another guy.
Okay.
But
okay, yeah.
then I knew it was him, because again, okay, you ready for one? You want to know what my biggest fucking gripe with this whole movie is? The fucking part that makes absolutely no sense to me. So while she was telling the story, she was talking about how basically her husband was shocked and he went to the military. She had killed the baby, and there was a bunch of drama, right? So he went off to the military. He comes back, sees this fucking mess of shit. Like, there's a pig covered in maggots,
God.
2 dead people, one of them burnt the fuck up, and her sitting there giving this creepy ass look. And you're going to tell me, because we know this from X, you're going to tell me that he goes, hey, baby, I'm home. Let's go fuck. He's okay with it? Like, he was okay with all this shit.
Yeah, because obviously he's in part.
He's an X, so, and he's happy. He's with her, right? Like they like what the fuck?
Yeah. So I mean, he was so bothered, I guess, with the relationship that he was willing to go to war. But this is okay. You know,
seeing 2 dead people and a pig covered in maggots. Let me tell you something. If I would have come home to just the pig covered in maggots, I would have walked out.
Oh, that's it, dude. That's it.
I didn't have to see the 2 dead people.
Sorry, wifey. I don't know what happened here, but
she's sitting there, creepy ass look, with a fucking jar of fucking OJ in her hand and shit. Hey, baby. Like, no.
You know what it was? He was at war for like a year or something. He pussy that bad. He's like, you know what? I'm just
but I mean,
this shit.
But by the time you're talking like a good 60 years later, right?
Yeah.
Because this is 1918. X was filmed
79.
79. Okay, so that's
Yep.
roughly, was that 20 to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We're talking about, about 60 years almost, right? Because So
Yeah.
it's actually about, 60, almost 60 some years. Because
20 to
18,
30,
20 to 30, that's 50 some years. So 60, it's like
Yeah.
60 some years. I'm not going to go into the whole math. But,
Yeah.
so 60 some years later, you're going to tell me that the pussy was that good? You were with this psycho who you came home to 2 dead bodies and a pig
massacre,
covered in
yeah.
a whole massacre in this fucking place, and you were like, man, that pussy's just so good though, I don't care.
Yeah. I can't leave it again. That's
I
it.
can't leave it again. I was
Nope.
off to the war, man. I'm just going to hit it, and he was still hitting an
it.
X. Isn't that what he died of? Didn't he have a heart attack after he got done banging her?
So yeah, he got done banging, then the fucker had a heart attack.
Yeah. So it's like this motherfucker was straight banging her for 60 some years and she was a psycho. And he helped her too, right? It's because in X he was a creepy dude too. Because remember, he's the one that killed he's the one that killed Kid Cudi.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he just came back fucked up from war. I mean, he was killing people at war, obviously. He's finally figured out what's the difference.
But the problem I had wasn't the fact, it was just inconsistencies, right? Because in X he was a psycho with her, and then in this one he's like, oh my God, he's giving her a look like, oh my God, what have you done?
Right, because it didn't seem like he was, happy about what
No,
he's seen.
motherfucker looked
He's
traumatized.
shocked. Yeah.
And this is a man who was in war, and he still come like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I didn't like, that was my biggest gripe, was the very ending.
Well,
That and the credit scene was her.
her big face,
just
smiling.
fucking creepily smiling for like 5 minutes straight, and it wasn't cut. They actually had her stare at a camera for 5 minutes straight, making creepy looks. Like,
Yep.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is that where the budget went? Like, I don't know, man.
Faces. At one point, she had a tear coming down her left cheek or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
for 5 minutes straight doing the credit scenes, and I'm like, is there going to be like something that happens? Like, and then nothing. Then the movie just ends.
Yeah, just went black. Yeah.
I'm like, fuck this
Regular
movie.
credits.
Like, I was so mad, dude. Like, I'm telling you, the 7 minutes of her talking about all the horrible things that she did was actually better than the actual film itself. If here's the thing, if he would have made the premise of what she talked about the actual film, of all the horrific things she did with animals, of all the horrific things she did with people, her doing the abortion, her going crazy, all that shit, that would have been a fucked up, yes, but good horror movie and a possible good predecessor to X.
Yeah. Yep. Because this one did not do it.
No, this one absolutely didn't. Like there were so many moments, dude. So many good moments that could have been good. Like, oh man, like here you go. Better yet, right when she was in the audition for her dancing, and they turned her down.
Yeah.
Why didn't she snap?
I know, and just start killing people or whatever. But no, she turned into a big old ball of crybaby.
No, it wasn't even, dude. And it was so like, okay, you know what? Okay, you know what?
Embarrassing.
No, but here's the thing. I'll give the guy, the director, credit for this. Most people don't get this right. People are not cute when they cry.
No.
Whenever you cry, you're a fucking snotty. Like you have snot, you have tears, and all that shit, right? It is what it is, right? Yeah, your cry face is never a good face, right? It's just what it is. Yeah. Nobody's cute when they cry. That's just what it is. And every movie they always dramatize crying. You're like, but yet their makeup is still on and all this other shit. When she lifted her head up, she was the biggest mess you could ever fucking. Makeup was ran. She had snot coming out her fucking nose. She was drooling and shit. Her hair was all fucked up. It's like, that's how people look when they're crying.
And that's what I'm saying. Her acting, superb.
Sure.
She's a great actress. Yeah.
I just wish at this point now, and I hate to say this, I think she should be now. Okay, I'm curious if she's gonna get typecast like oh my God, what's her name? Holy shit, now I can't remember her name. One from the first one. Hold on. I have it here. Give me a second. Because I'm pretty sure I have her. The other the one that I like. Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
I hope she's not getting typecast, because Jenna Ortega is absolutely getting typecast right now. Now, I don't know if it's not a bad thing yet, but the reason why I say she's being typecast is because the only thing you see her in is horror stuff. So she's going to become the horror chick. Which, hey, don't get me wrong, it's complete. If that's what she wants, fine.
It's okay, right?
But she's never going to be in anything. The way it's going, is she's being in all these horror movies. She's never going to be in an action movie or a romance movie or any of those other movies. And if that's what if that's what she's going for, I ain't dogging her for that. I mean, I'll watch all of her horror movies. I'm half tempted to watch Scream just because she's in it. Right? Like,
yes.
And we don't want to go into that. Okay, we're going to leave that one alone because we don't know what's happening here, guys. Or I'm just saying. All right.
No, no.
I'm just saying. She's the only highlight of the last one of the last Scream movie, okay? What was that?
Yeah,
fucking 6, I think?
6.
Right?
6, yep.
So the last one that came out, she was the only highlight of that fucking movie.
Yep. And she's going to be in it again. You never know.
And that's saying that doesn't even save the movie. The movie was still dog shit.
Oh,
but,
horrible.
But at least it was fun watching her.
Yeah.
Right? That's it. You know. And I still haven't watched Wednesday.
Me neither. No.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten around to it.
There's something about Maya Goth. She's a great actress, but I don't find her pretty.
No,
I don't think she's like. She's okay. I get.
I'm not going to dog on her. I'm not going to dunk on her because of looks and all that. But she's not my type.
No. So I don't know if her success is going to be as big as Ortega's maybe, but she's doing good so
but see,
far.
here's the thing. The other thing is another man's. No, that's a horrible analogy. That makes me sound horrible.
well, we don't like somebody else may adore.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I was going to go with the other analogy, and that is a bad analogy to use for this situation.
Yeah.
Like, well, you're a pig. Like, yeah. If anything, that'll do it. You fucking pig. But no.
Bad enough I'm mad because she didn't show her titties. That's piggish enough.
Well, see, maybe. Okay, you know what? Maybe she didn't do it is because she didn't want to be known for the actress that just always shows her titties.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Well,
but again, coming from X.
Well, we only got to see her titties, what, twice in X?
I think you've seen Jenna Ortega's more than hers, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Believe so.
Wait, no, because she was... No. Maya Goth's character was the porn star, wasn't she? Yeah, she was the porn star. Maya Goth was the porn star. Jenna Ortega was the bent-up religious girl that did one thing because she was curious.
Okay, I'm thinking that Maya Goth was the shy one. You know, the one that
No, that was the mistake you made. Remember when we were talking about it?
Yeah. Okay,
No.
That's my mistake.
Maya Goth wasn't the shy one. Maya Goth was the porn star. She loved to fuck.
Okay.
Jenna Ortega was the shy one that fucked once on camera because she was curious and remember broke the guy's heart.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe she just wanted to tone it down. Maybe she just didn't want to be known for that. You're right.
Which again, I completely understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
But coming from X, all X was a gore titty film. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was a
It wasn't. It didn't have a great. It was not a great plot. Okay, it did not have a great story. If you wanted to judge that movie off of its story alone, it was fairly average. Okay,
right.
It was a titty slasher horror film. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It wanted to be no different than a Jason and all that other bullshit. And fair enough. Right. If that's what you're going for, cool. Right?
Well, they said that it actually had a Chainsaw Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel.
Yeah. No. And again, that would have been completely fine. Again, titties and slashers. That's what Texas Chainsaw Massacre was too. Right. But then they're trying to get sophisticated with this one. Try to be all story oriented, and the story wasn't that fucking good. It was okay.
She has one more chance. Apparently, there's supposed to be a Maxine prequel because it's going to be based after the whole X. I'm hoping she does a better job with that movie. A little more titty, a little more.
I mean, she's a porn star, so you think it would, but what can she do though?
I don't know.
This is I understand. Here's the thing. I understand Pearl being made, right? Because the old Pearl in X. She was a psycho. So, hey, do a backstory on that.
Right.
What the fuck's this next one going to be about? All her character was in X was a horny porn star. That's all she was. Everybody died except for her.
It's supposed to pick back up in 1985. It's going to be the start of it. So it's a couple years after the whole X event. So we'll see. Maybe she's a failing porn star or something and goes on a killing rampage herself. That'd be cool.
I'm sorry, that sounds stupid to me.
But what else can she do? 'Cause
No,
you're
that's what I'm
right.
saying. No, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. Like
yeah.
that's. But I'm saying, like, I hope they don't go that route because, God, that might actually be the worst film out of the whole three.
You're right, but I just don't see any other. I mean, because she was the hero of the movie. She killed.
Well, loosely.
and
She okay.
loosely, but
You know what? I don't. You know what? I don't think they should have did at all. I don't think they should have
Mhm.
made any of them right, except for X. X did a good job. X was a classic. Here's the thing:
You're
it
right.
was a classic horror film of titties and gore, and then
Mhm.
you have the one person that gets away and is traumatized. Right? A
Yeah,
lot of
and it
movies have
should
done
have
that,
been-
and that should have been
and
it.
it should have been left at that.
Yeah.
Yep. He should have gone on to new movies, but it
Yeah.
seems like he's sticking to this franchise.
He's trying to make a fucking universe around it.
Right.
And it's like, oh, come on, man. I understand that you want to, like, is she fucking you? And you're like, yo, I'm going to put her in every movie that I can make.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing, too. All your movies so far have the same actress in it. I'm not,
They do.
I'm not
Oh,
even
Maya
dunking
Goth,
on
huh?
Maya Goth, okay? I'm not dunking on her. But, like, if all your movies are going to have the same, it's like fucking, it's like the Jersey Saga from fucking Kevin Smith and shit. And everybody, like, everybody's in the same fucking movie. It's like, come on. You got to do something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
He's
I
one
don't
and
know
one
if
with
already,
me. He's 1-1 with me
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with this third one if it's any good.
And you know what? Here's the fuck. I'm gonna make it clear here.
I don't have high hopes. I'm gonna tell you that.
I don't.
No.
I'm really kind of I'm actually disappointed because again, I know you surprised me with X, right? When you brought X, well, in season 1, when you brought X to my attention, I was like,
I surprised
man,
myself. I'll be honest with you. I surprised myself. I was expecting just
titties and blood,
fucking titties and blood.
which
move on.
which it was,
No.
right? Which it
was.
basically was exactly what I thought
But-
it was, but it was actually
this
good.
But this movie did something different. It was a brand new franchise, but it hooked me.
Well, yeah,
I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
and that's why I was excited about Pearl. I was like,
move
"Oh
on.
shit,
Yeah.
okay, cool." And here's the thing: this movie, okay, again, like I said, they should have ended it with X, but okay, I've seen how they could have made a prequel. Right? It was about Pearl. If anything, I thought this movie would have actually been more than what it actually was. I had my ideas of what Pearl. Oh man, she was a sex crazed fucking psycho. That's who she
That's
was
what
in
I
X.
thought. Yeah, I thought you were gonna see her fucking all the time and killing her
People,
Johns
right?
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But no, it wasn't
Something.
any
I
of
don't know.
that. Nothing. That would have been
No.
a better movie. Her had been like a serial killer and all that other bullshit. Because that's what she was.
A disturbed little farm girl.
Here you
That's all that
go.
was.
Here's the idea of what would have made this. Okay, besides the actual plot that she talked about in that 7 minutes, because that was a good idea too. That would have been a good movie. But here's another one, right? So husband comes home from war. She's already been doing all the weird shit, right? She's been out there fucking
Right.
dudes, and luring them back to the farm. Like, oh, she already killed her family. Okay, so she already
Right.
killed her family, and do that early in the movie. Okay, she already killed her family. Now that she's free of her parents' fucking hold, now she starts getting all these dudes to come over to the farm.
Yeah,
right?
that would have done it.
Yeah,
Yes.
get them over, right? She's murdering them. You're making a movie about that, yada yada yada. And then her husband comes home, right? Now, mind you, this is the last act of the movie, right? Here, her husband come home and finds out about it, right? But instead of the husband getting mad about it, he's like, "All right, baby, I'll help you with this."
Yeah.
And that would have made sense going into X.
Yep.
Not what the fuck we got. A traumatized
Yeah.
little girl who's mad about her parents holding her back, and now her husband's back from the war, and she cheated on him with one guy.
Yeah. Because
Fuck!
it made no sense, because the guy, if you remember in the movie X, Howard, all he was like an ultra religious man that found sex to be perverted, and he wanted to kill the kids over it.
Yeah. But still
so-
fucked the shit out of her because he loved her.
Right. So yeah, a lot of
I
loopholes, very weird.
think that he was turned on by her aggression, and that
I
made
think
him
so.
also kill for her.
Yep, I think so. Love is blind.
Yeah, that would
Makes
have
you do crazy
made
shit.
sense. All that would have made sense. You know, I'm telling you right now, what they should do. You know what they should do?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Fuck that Maxine movie. Fuck that movie. Straight up. Fuck that movie. What they should do is make a Pearl 2.
Right.
And now
Right.
everything that I just said, make that Pearl 2.
Yeah.
That would make
Yeah,
sense going into
continue-
X.
Yeah. Continue the Pearl saga. Makes more sense.
Yeah. Now,
He comes
obviously,
home.
but here's the other. I'm gonna tell you right now. One of the things that I absolutely hate about prequels. I watch them all the time, but I actually don't like prequels because it takes away of the. Because obviously, you knew she wasn't going to get arrested or she wasn't going to get killed or any of that other shit because she was an ex.
Right.
I hate
Right. Same
prequels
thing
for
with
that
the
very
husband.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that about prequels because
It
prequels gives away the.
it limits the outcome of the current movie.
Exactly. They're great
Right.
for backstories. If done right, they're great for backstories.
Yeah.
But outside of backstory, like it's just I don't know. It could be better.
We
That's all I'm
got
saying.
we got what we got, and unfortunately, I think we got trash.
We did. We got a dumpster
Yeah.
fire. It's
We
not
got
okay.
trash.
It's not the worst movie
Not
that
the
I've
worst
ever seen,
but
but it is not the movie that I wanted.
I'm simply disappointed because I came from X with high expectations, and it was just ruined.
Well, that's the thing. That's really what it's about. Is about X. It
Right.
really comes down to X. They had a high ceiling with X. Again, X did. It wasn't our number one. I think that was like our number. What was
I
that?
can't
That was was that our
remember,
number
but-
2 or 3? Wasn't it?
It was in the top fives. I know that.
Honestly, I
Definitely.
think it was 2 or 3 because I know it wasn't our number one because that went
No.
to Terrifier. That went to
Oh,
Terrifier
yeah.
2, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did.
If I remember, yeah, it was Terrifier 2 was our number one film for the last one. I
And I
think
think Terrifier 1 would have gotten second, but it would have been silly. So
yeah,
we
that again, it absolutely would have gotten second, but the reason why we didn't do that was because
Yeah,
of
it
the, we
would've
didn't
been-
want two of the same.
Yeah.
It's just because I know we were a little late to the Terrifier groove, but I didn't want that to affect the show. Terrifier 2
Yeah.
was still new. Everybody who knew anything about it, if they want to watch Terrifier 1, they can watch it. Great movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Should watch it.
Absolutely.
Terrifier 2 was
is
better. And Terrifier 3 is, oh man, Terrifier 3 is going to be
Can't
amazing.
wait.
Going to be fucking beautiful. But
Can't
no,
wait.
I think the problem with this movie was if this movie didn't have any attachment to X, I would have been a little more easier on it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
it being a spin-off of X, a prequel to
can't-
X, I can't
Yeah.
do it.
You can't set your bar that damn fucking high like X did, and then give us this.
Yeah, X was an
It
ultra
doesn't-
violent horror movie, and this was a fairly average story horror movie.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but with that said, it is that time of the night where or time of the show. I don't want to say night. It is that time of the show where we give our ratings. And I think we should give our woke meter, and you can give your woke score. And what we'll do is we'll do a 1 to 10 woke meter. Okay.
1 to 10. Well,
Similar
I mean,
how we give the
just
overall. So no, hold on. We won't give it yet. But that's what we're gonna do for starting in this one. We're gonna do the woke meter, and that will be 0 to 10 on its wokeness. But we're not gonna do that yet. We'll do that after our general
our
ratings.
initial. Yep.
Okay. So going into this now, what we do here is we have for all you first time viewers. I'm not going to go too far deep into it because you should know by now. We give 4 score ratings. We give on acting, story. Well, we give story, acting, gore, and production. We give a 1 through 5 rating. Then we're going to give our very first one, depending, regardless of in the order of the airing of this. We're going to give our woke meter. We're going to have that in all of our watching based shows, and then of course we give out our overall. Okay, so with that, we turn it over to VC Lauren to start it off. What would you give the story of Pearl?
The story was terrible. It was
He's like, this was dog shit. I hated every minute of it.
yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna give it literally. I'm gonna give it a 2, a flat 2. I
Flat
don't want
2?
to give it a 1. I think it was a little better than just a 1. You know what I mean? But I think 2 is it's deserving of a 2. Yeah.
Okay,
just a
I
flat
actually
old
did a
2.
little better than you.
Okay.
I didn't like the story, but I didn't hate the story. I thought it was a fairly
Right.
average story. It kept me watching it at least. I didn't want to turn it off. We've watched movies where I really like Red Snow or whatever the fuck that movie was called, that vampire one. That one I forced
Yeah.
myself to get through.
And Scream for me. Oh, God.
Scream, yeah, no, I had to force myself with that one too. But I gave this one for story. I gave it a 3.
Okay.
Little above average, tiny bit above average, but not great. Not great. So fairly even. You know, you gave it a 2, I gave it a 3.
Yeah, 2, 3.
Yours is below. Yours is one step below average. Mine's is above average. So at that point, it would give it a fair. If it was going in between the two of us, it would be a 2.5 average.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So fairly average story, basically. All right, moving on to the acting of the film. What would you give the acting of Pearl?
Acting of Pearl, I'm going to get a 5.
Okay.
Her acting was superb. I thought she did a wonderful job with the crying scene, the fucking acting a little, off her rocket, type. She was disturbed, look, whatever. She did a good job. Secondary actors like the guy she fucked or whatever, whatever. I don't know, but he did an okay job for what he did. So I give it a 5. It was
Give it a
good.
5. Okay. So
Yeah,
fair,
it's good acting.
So 5 would be more of. That's a little more good. That's good acting. Because it's not a seal of approval, because that would be the only thing you can go higher. So it's good.
No, it's not gonna get that. No, but a 5.
I
no
will
complaints
give
with the
it.
acting.
I will give it a 4. All right.
Okay.
Good acting, right? I will say it had good acting. Everybody was good at their roles, right? Nobody fucking made. Now, mind you, there wasn't a lot of acting in the film, right? There wasn't. X had far more actors in the film. That's what I can't. I don't understand the budget for this film, because at least like Kid Cudi and all these other people, and there was actually fairly. There was a lot more actors and a lot more money that would go into the acting of this film of X.
Right.
This film had what, like maybe let's see, her Federal 3. I don't know. Like it had like half the cast. Maybe.
Yeah, and she was the biggest star of them all,
Yeah.
because I looked all the other people and I don't recognize from nowhere.
No. Nobody else was like. That's why I do not understand the budget for this film. Right. I don't understand it. So yeah, acting. That's why I said like acting was on point, but it wasn't it was not the greatest acting. It was good, but it wasn't like other than the snot scene, right? Because I mean, yeah, she nailed the crying, right? It was like, okay, a lot of actors and actresses have a problem with crying on camera. Yeah. So bravo for that.
Like, for example, right, her mom, when she was weeping in the bed, that sounded fake as hell.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like, but Maya Goth, she did a great job with that scene. Yes, absolutely. It felt like she was having a nervous breakdown, right?
Yep.
Cool. Mm-hmm. All right, got it. But it wasn't enough to give me a 5, so that's why I give it a 4, right? So now moving on to you gave it a 5. So again, it's fairly even a 4.5. So it's fairly reasonable. So moving on to the gore meter, the gore score. Okay. What do you give the gore score for Pearl?
Highly disappointed with the gore. We had gore, but it wasn't the kind of gore. It was simple gore.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's not gonna get higher than a 2. I'm gonna just stick to the 2 that I originally picked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually will meet you on that one. I gave it a 2 as well, because it was
Yeah.
there. It was there,
Yeah.
but it was. Here's the thing. All right, I was trying
Most of the
not
gore
to.
was at the end.
Yeah, it was all in
ridiculous.
the final quarter.
Yeah.
3/4 of the movie there was barely anything. Very, very abysmal. Like I don't even like. Here's the thing. I do agree with you about the pitchfork scene and all that shit. It was boring.
Yeah. Yeah. It's boring.
It was very, very boring. I think the most goriest part of the film was her hacking up the girl's body.
Yeah. Yeah. And
because they actually show. No, but here's the thing. They act here's the thing. If you actually paid attention, I don't know if you did that or not. When to this part, when she's chopping off the one girl's arm, right? Yeah, they show her face. Through. Well, no, they show the face, and her face is caved in because of the axe shot. So that was okay. That was okay. That was probably the most goriest scene in the film, was seeing the face caved in and her chopping off the arms and legs and shit. Which I don't know if they ever showed her do anything with. What did she do with the body part? She feed him to the alligator or what?
Yeah, she did. There was a scene right at the end where you see her chuck the head into the water. The alligator takes it.
Oh, I must have missed that in my anger.
She she cut them in pieces to feed to the animals. She even fed some to the cows and shit.
Oh
you know?
yeah, that's right. She gave
Yeah,
some to the
she did.
cow. Fucking
She had some
crazy
to the
bitch.
cows and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was making feed for all her animals.
You know what
That's
I
what she was
didn't
doing.
understand before we go into our final scoring here. You know what I didn't understand. This, I mean, I guess this is a perfect demonstration of her psycho-ness. But why the fuck did she put her mom and dad back at the table?
Because she was
smart enough to get rid of the other bodies. Right? She chopped
fed
them
'em,
up.
she threw 'em in,
She chopped them up. She fed them to the alligator. So it wasn't pure insanity because she was smart enough to get rid of the other bodies. So why the fuck did she hang on to the other two?
because she was delusional. She was
Like her
and you
husband
could
comes in and
tell-
is like, "Hey, mom and dad are so happy to see you."
Well, you can also tell that even when her mom and her had to fight, she still put out the fire. She used boiling water, unfortunately, because that was dope.
Yeah.
But which was fucked up. But I don't think
It's like, "Here, bitch, gotcha."
she had one of those feelings that she kind of still cared for her family, but not enough to keep
But then
them
right
alive.
afterwards, she drags her down the fucking steps and throws her on the
Right.
ground like, "Ah, bitch."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly.
She wasn't even fully dead yet, and she just threw her down the steps.
No.
Like fucking hell. So yeah, all right. So easy to score, below average gore. If you're looking for the gore in X, it is not here. It is not here.
No.
Gore again. X didn't have the greatest gore in the world either, but it still had okay gore, and this one didn't have it.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
So now going on to the final one here of production. What do you give the production?
I'm gonna tell you what I really liked about the movie, production wise. The music was great. It was on kids. It was like that 19 type music.
It was like the
Dancing. Yeah, like
very
whatever you
burlesque.
call it.
Burlesque.
Yeah, so it had a nice soundtrack. I thought the eerie scenes had nice backtrack. Everything. The filming was in a nice area. So I'll give like a 2.5. It wasn't miraculous. It wasn't nothing special, but it was okay.
So hold on, you gave it a what?
A 2.5.
Okay, so average.
Yeah,
Fairly
average. Yeah.
Oh, I think I actually. Here's the thing. All right, given the budget that it had a one, which is really low, right? I actually thought this movie would have less. $1 million budget. For a $1 million budget, it wasn't bad.
No.
But again, I still don't understand where the money went because it didn't have a large acting cast. It didn't have large actors and actresses in it. And it wasn't like it was filmed in like some crazy. It was filmed on a fucking farm mostly.
Yeah, farm.
Right?
Yeah.
So, which don't get me wrong, so was the original. Right? The original was farmed on the same. It was filmed in the same
It was
farm.
the same house.
Yeah.
It was the same house, same everything. Yeah.
But the other one had a lot more X had a lot more going on in it.
Of course.
This
yeah.
one didn't. So I don't know where the fuck the $1 million went in this one. But for that though, I still gave it a 4. For what it was, the sound was on point, the lighting was on point, the audio was on point.
Oh yeah.
All that shit was on
definitely
point.
Nicely done. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was definitely nicely done.
So I give it a 4. It wasn't great, but it was good. It wasn't shitty as far as the production goes, right?
No.
And I've said this before, you don't need a large budget to make a good movie.
No, you don't.
You just have to have good acting. Really, that's what really comes down. And again, the acting was good in this film, right?
Absolutely.
It had a horrible story, right? Well, shitty story, fucking abysmal gore. But again, the acting was on point, and the production it made it look good, right? It did it justice. It wasn't great, but it was good for what it was.
Yeah, it was filmed. It was filmed clean.
It was clean. It was a clean movie. Exactly.
It didn't look low budget or nothing like that, but it wasn't.
And even the
extravagant either.
even the gore that we did get, it didn't look shitty.
No.
So I'll give it that. So yeah, the production was good. As I said, I give it a 4. So at that point, it evens out around 3.5.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So fair enough to that. So now we give it our last final scores. Of course, movies nowadays we have to give the final 2. We have to give it our woke meter. What would you give the woke meter?
The woke meter, I'm gonna say 0 because I at least I didn't see anything woke.
No, absolutely. I totally agree. Ironically enough, I do not. I can't name anything off the back of my head. Hell, the first one, I wish we would have did it in the first one we did, because I would have actually been able to give that a score. Because there was some things in Evil Dead Rise. I think, if I had to think Evil Dead Rise, that had about a 4. I think it had a 4 out of 10.
4.
Yeah, I think it had a 4 out of 10. Because it was there. And they made sure it was there. They definitely did. I'll give it that one a 4 out of 10. This one, I give it a 0 out of 10. There was none.
Yeah.
Or I'll give it a 1.
None at all.
But we have to give it a score, right? So I'll give it a 1. Because it wasn't there.
Okay.
It wasn't there. Yeah. We can't give it a 0 because there's no 0 on the chart, right? So, because we're going 1 to 10, right?
Oh, we're doing 1 to 10 or 0 to 10?
No, I'd keep it simple, 1 to 10. So.
Oh, 1 to 10, then yeah, just 1 then.
Yeah, I just give it a 1. Yeah, there was none. So this one's a safe bet. If you're looking for non-political shit, this one did a good job.
Yeah, this is the one. Yeah.
If anything, that's a good thing. Having the lowest score possible for that one is a good thing.
And they could have in one way or another. I mean, they were still wearing masks and everything. They could have gone into something that direction or something.
But they didn't. They were doing that because there was a plague going around, and that made the most sense. So I wasn't even mad about it. It made sense.
It was right for its period. It was going on around that period.
It made sense for the time. It was 1918. That made sense. So that was good. That was absolutely good. I absolutely. And here's the other thing, right? Okay, and they made this apparent. They made this apparent. In the X movie, there was people of different ethnicities in the movie. Completely fine, right? Because that was done around the 80s and shit like that, and that was completely after. This film was filmed in the 1918, and things were a lot different in 1918, and they made sure that was the atmosphere that they gave in there. So it made sense. They were filming a movie that was based in 1918. So they didn't sugarcoat it. They didn't try to make it politically correct. Let me tell you something. 1918 wasn't politically correct.
No, it wasn't. I mean, there was a lot of German immigrants,
It was no real big emphasis on African American people, right? That's the way it was. 1918. Things were much different. So they did a good job of depicting the time. They weren't trying to be, politically correct. They were trying to be correct. That's what they were trying to be. So I give it a good job on that for not falling into the unfortunate trope that a lot of people try to do. Like for example, like a lot of movies when women were fighting for their civil rights in the 1800s, right?
Oh yeah.
A lot of movies nowadays would be like, they'll make women politicians in the 1800s. Like, look, that's not how it was then. I get that you're trying to be, but if you're trying to depict a time frame, you kind of have to depict some things that weren't nice.
Right.
Slavery was a real thing. Not everybody was equal back in the day. That's just the way it was. So if you're going to tell a story based around that time, you got to tell the story for what it was. So that's why I said I appreciated that in this movie. They did not try to be politically correct. They for what little it had in it, they tried to do their best with actually keeping it as accurate as possible. So fair enough. I actually felt like it was in a farm in 1918. It felt like it. Yep. The way they dressed, the way they act, the way they talked, it felt like the 1918. So bravo on that. So yeah, that was that's the good thing. That's probably the highlight of this film is the woke chart, the woke meter being low. Okay. So now let's go on to the overall score of the film. What do you give from 1 to 10? What do you give this film?
Even though the movie bored me in some points, because it had the X connection, it's what kept me watching it. Because I was expecting.
Yeah.
But even if it didn't have the X connection, this is a movie that I would originally give like a 2.5 to. But because it had that connection, and it does connect one way or another, I guess I'm gonna stick to a right down the middle of 5 for the overall.
I beat you by a point. That's
I'm
crazy.
giving it a 5. If you want to watch this movie, I definitely would. I pay to watch this movie? No. Go get it for free somewhere.
Go watch it on on whatever fucking. I know where it is right now, but I'm not going to mention it because time restraints. Just search whatever. Look it up on Google and see what fucking. See what streaming service of your choice has it. I know where it is. I wouldn't rent it.
No, absolutely not.
It's not a rent. It's not. Don't go to the theaters to watch it. Don't rent it. It's not worth wasting any extra money. If it's on your streaming service of choice, sure, give it a watch. The only thing you're losing at that point is a little bit of time.
This is one of those movies that I can almost guarantee. I don't know why it's going to end up on like Pluto or Freebie or
Sure.
whatever those.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just
If
that
you've,
bad.
I'm going to tell you right now, if you've never watched this film, I don't know why the fuck you're watching this show, because we've made the warnings before.
Yeah, we
Don't
did,
watch this unless you've seen the movie first, because this is a discussion, not a review. But if this is your first, I will give this much. If this is your first entry into the franchise, do not let this movie hold you back from watching X. They're totally different movies almost.
Yeah, they might as well be.
They're pretty much different movies. Go watch X. X was actually a fairly entertaining movie. This movie, like, I would actually say X is worth a rent.
It is. If you find X for like $2.50 or something, so we're on the $5.
The average Amazon. I don't know what it is on like those other renting services. I can't remember the name of them, but usually
like
when
Vudu and all that
usually Vudu and shit, exactly. Usually when I rent shit, I rent them off of Amazon.
Yeah, me too.
And they're usually like $4 or $5. Sometimes they're usually no more than $5. Like, what did I just recently? I just recently rented. We wanted to watch the. My wife, she wanted to watch the last 3 Jurassic movies, the Jurassic World movies.
Oh, okay.
Not the first 3, not the old ones, the newer ones.
The new ones.
Yeah, the last 3. So one of them wasn't available. Like, the other 2 were available to watch for free on Prime, but the one you had to purchase. So I was like, whatever. I just rented it, and it was like $5. You know.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, not bad at all. So I would say X is worth a rent. This movie, no, don't rent it. Don't. If it's not on your streaming service, fucking wait. Just wait till it's available. I'd say this is a wait.
It'll be free somewhere.
Yeah, it'll be free eventually. Don't waste your money on a rent. I hope you didn't go to any opening theaters that this might have been, because obviously it did go into theaters somewhere. Because it has a box office.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I totally forgot that if I would have gone to a theater,
oh, dude, I would have been pissed.
I definitely would have been mad.
This would have gotten a lower score for me if I actually paid to see this movie.
If I wasted real money on it, yeah, absolutely.
Luckily, I watched it on the streaming service that it's on right now.
And that's something I pay for every. That's a subscription.
Exactly.
So
that's part of. I have that. That's wrapped into my
a million other movies.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's wrapped into all my other bundles of streaming services that I have. But yeah, that is it for Pearl, and fairly average steaming pile of shit.
Yep.
Not a horrible movie, but it was definitely a pile compared. Obviously, we didn't give it the noble pile, but
it's one of those steamers that you walk into the bathroom and it doesn't smell too bad.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's a fairly pleasant turd.
It's a pleasant turd.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Like, you look back at it and you know what it is? It's a turd that you can look at and you can go, okay, that's not a bad turd. And then you just, you know what? It didn't cause any pain, but you're not proud of it either.
Exactly.
Right?
That's it.
That's the turd that this movie is. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, that was Pearl. If you can watch it on your streaming service of choice, give it a watch. Otherwise, you can pass this one by. Unless you really care about the universe that he's building.
It doesn't. Yeah, and that's why I'm going to watch the other one once it comes out. But this one doesn't make or break the story at all.
You know what this movie deserved to be on? I hate to shit on this because I pay for these services. I pay for both of these services. But both of these services are known for more than one or the other. They're known for more B-movie horror movies. It belonged on Shudder, or what's that other Screambox? Because I pay for both of them, right? I'm not dunking on either one, because they do have some good movies, but they have a lot of fucking B movies on there too. And this belonged on there. This belonged on there. The only reason it did not get put on there was because of Maya Goth. That's it.
I think so.
That's the only it. Because this is not a AAA movie by any means.
No.
So the director of this film, you know his name. What's his name?
What's it? Tim West or whatever? Tim West, yeah.
Is it Tim West? Ty West.
So.
Ty West.
Ty West.
Ty West, yeah. Ty West, because I know he's done some other stuff that I can't remember off the back of my head, and I think I have seen them. But going off of what I know him for now, I've known him off the back of my head for X and Pearl, and he's both 1-1 for me right now.
You did a great job.
Good
Fucked
job.
up a second
I won't
one,
say
now
great.
let's do a
I
third.
won't say great with because I mean, X is
I mean,
what it is.
X what it is, but it was still way
Better. Yeah,
better.
X is
Yeah.
still basically a titty slasher movie. That's basically what it is. It's nothing great, but it is good.
Yeah.
It's good for what it was. It wanted to be. It wasn't
Oh, it
trying
really
to be
was.
anything other than what it was, and that's a
Mhm.
good thing. So yeah, that is the wrap up of Pearl. See it if it's available for stream. If you did pay for it or you pay for it after this, that's on you. That's not our fault.
Sure is.
That is not our fault. We did not want you to pay for this movie.
If you like wasting money, that's on you.
Exactly. But with that said, I think it is that time of the night or that time of the show.
buddy.
I gotta get used
Yeah,
to
buddy.
saying that. It is the time of the show where we bid you adieu, and we call it a wrap. I think it was a successful show nonetheless.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Regardless
Yeah.
of the dog shit material that we've given it. Not all of them are winners. We do 19 movies, right? And we only do a top 10. And let me tell
Oh,
you,
absolutely.
out of season 1, there was a lot of shit that we watched.
Oh my God, yes, there was.
Oh man,
Plenty.
Black Snow or Red Snow or wherever the fuck that piece of shit was,
Red Snow vampire
Snow?
movie.
or Santa's
Yeah.
sleigh. Oh,
Oh,
You know,
I almost can't. I wonder what we're gonna do this year for Christmas. Has to be good.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I don't know.
Hopefully, it's fucking better than goddamn Santa's sleigh and Red Snow. Because both of them were
Bill
Christmas
Goldberg.
fucking horror mills, and they both fucking sucked. They were,
Well,
they didn't even make the top 10.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I like Red Snow better than you did.
Red Snow, really?
I don't know. I don't remember the score I gave it, but
I'm
sure I liked
the
it better than
vampire
you did.
one with they're like in Alaska, and the
Yeah,
story
I
was
know that
bad,
one.
the acting was bad, the production was bad, everything was fucking bad about that movie. Like I'll
Pretty
even
Vampire
joke.
too,
I
remember?
will. Yeah, Pretty Vampires on top of that. Which
Pretty
fuck, don't get me
Vampire,
started on that. I'll give you, I will, because I know I gave you a lot of shit for that Nicolas Cage horror movie, and you given the production like a fucking. You gave it the Noble Seal of Noble
Oh.
Seal.
Still to this day, I recommend Mandy.
Mandy, yeah.
That was a
Which,
great movie.
Mandy was an all right movie. Again, I'm going to
Yes, it
say it
was.
over and over again. It was not the production of the film was not a fucking Noble Seal.
That was
You
that
gave
was,
it a seal.
that movie. The workmanship and the graphical sense of the movie was a work of art.
Yeah, but I mean, the audio wasn't that good. The camera work wasn't that good. It was very amateur. The fucking red lighting pissed me off. Right? It's like there were so many things that I'm like, God, really a Noble Seal? Yo, but here's the thing. I would rather let you get away with the Noble Seal for the production of Mandy than sitting because I'm going to go back and look now. Telling me that Red Snow was a good. Red Snow was probably the most egregious piece of shit, worse than Scream.
I wonder what I gave that. I wonder what I gave.
I'm gonna
that.
watch it now. I'm gonna curse you out if you gave it a good score. I probably had a problem with it when if you gave it a score. I probably gave you shit for it at the time too.
Oh, I'm sure I gave it a better score. Than you
It
did,
wasn't
I'm
good
sure.
enough because it didn't make the top 10.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, yeah. Of course.
You might have given it a 5 or something. Maybe.
But if anybody knows me, I love some shitty ass movies.
Yeah, but that one was really
that?
shitty. That wasn't even the dog shit on the bottom of my shoe. It's bad.
Yeah. So bad it doesn't belong on the issue.
The Scream 5 or 6 or whatever the fuck the one we watched last in season 1, that was better than that. And I hated that movie too.
Oh, I don't know.
I wouldn't,
It was pretty
I could be
bad.
in the middle of the jungle, right? And all I have, after I took a shit in the middle of the jungle, okay? And all I had at my disposal to wipe my ass was the booklet of Red Snow or a poison ivy bush. I would wipe my ass with the poison ivy bush.
Ouch.
Okay? That's how
bad, huh?
bad that movie was. That movie was that fucking bad. I would rather wipe my ass with a thorny poison ivy bush, okay? Straight up. That movie
That's
was
your ass.
That movie was bad, all right? Movie fucking bad. I remember that movie actually I've never legitimately ever said that a movie ever almost put me to sleep. That movie actually almost did.
I remember when the bat hit the window and you could tell it was a rubber bat.
Yeah.
Really?
Somebody threw it at the fucking window. It made the clunk. You could hear
Yeah.
the rubber
Yeah.
when it heard the fucking
Yeah.
wall. Like this movie's so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. All
Yep.
in all, we're again we have our 19 films. I'm not going to say which one this is because you'll obviously you're watching the film, so you know the order that this one was put out in. Um, but we have 19 films. I know this is not the last one, obviously. So yeah, we have more or less evolved for you guys. So make sure you check out everything there is to see and do on noblegi.com. Make sure to check these episodes out, all right? And season 1 is of course available. So if you want to see how we discussed and how we got up with our ratings in the 20th episode of season 1, go watch all the other episodes.
Yeah.
They're fair
All
episodes.
there for your entertainment.
And they were all our if you actually want to see the production of Noble GI in its growing pains, that's the show to do it in. All right, because that show started off rough as hell, and we actually eventually got it in line, I guess you would say. So,
Yeah,
but
that was the first show we ever did, so it was our growing pain.
yeah, it was the first one we did together. Absolutely, yeah. I'd been at it for about a year or so before that point, but as producing what we have now of all the shows that are on the network, Attacking the Topic would have probably never happened if it wasn't for Grimm Tells the Podcast.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
So definitely, I give a lot. Grimm Tales the Podcast season 1 has a special place in my heart because that did inevitably. It was the precursor for Attacking the Topic, and of course the Quest. Don't want to forget about the Quest.
No,
I don't want to say the rest of the other shows because the game shows and stuff because they were going on they're in a league of their own on the network. So if you like gaming, there's plenty of those. Obviously, VC Lauren has his shows.
Yeah, and they're not talking shows. They're more like
They're
playing games.
They're games, and you talk to your audience and whatnot. You have your shows, of course, and I have all mine, and whoever else is on the network by the time you watch this. And then, of course, we have our general talk shows, like, at least as of time of this recording, we have Grimm Tales the Podcast, we have The Quest, and we have Attacking the Topic. So we have, and there's some other stuff in the works and stuff like that. So get over to noblegi.com, check that shit out. All that stuff is there. Make sure you hit that schedule. The schedule will tell you all the stuff that's in line for you. If you want to know what's going on, that's where you find it. Merchandise. You want to get yourself some Grimm Tales, the podcast, or Grimm Tales Live products, some merchandise, shirts, fucking tees, panties, all that bullshit, stickers. There's all kinds. You want to put some Grimm Tales pizzazz on your fucking dog. I don't give. It's going to be there.
Boom.
Maybe what you know what? Maybe we'll make some Grimm Tales. I don't know why I want to do this, but I just want to know the parents that are actually cool enough to do it. I want to make some because there's baby stuff that we can get made.
Oh yeah, why not?
Like, put some Grimm Tales bloody T-shirts on your kids.
Yeah,
Send them off to school.
Yep, see what happens.
See what happens. But yeah, that was the wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap on the show, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it as always. I enjoy doing it. We have plenty more on the. We know where this is placement. It's not at the end, of course. So we have more on the horizon for you guys to enjoy. Make sure to check it out all on noblegi.com. Check out our socials. Also check out the affiliation Synth Pop Radio, VNG Dev, and Abomination Rum if you like creepy stories.
Yep.
And I think with that, it is time to get the hell out of here.
It's time to say goodbye.
You have any
And
parting
we'll see you
words?
on the next one. Yeah, you have a great rest of your week.
All right.
Or whenever this airs.
Well, this is
Weekend,
Friday.
I don't know.
Goddamn, man.
Yeah.
Horrible at that. Horrible at knowing the schedule, man.
I am. Yep.
Every
So have a
Friday, 12
great
p.m.
weekend.
EST. So
That's it.
enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and make sure to check out Sundays, of course, because it's the beginning of the Noble Week. So, until then, we will see you when we see you. Until
Peace.
then, peace out, peeps.